it. That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. Keep a smile from underneath. That's the way I like it.
Hey guys, so welcome back to Lex Reads. So in today's video, I am going to be doing a Sunday reset. I have been meaning to do this for a while. I was going to the beginning of the month of August do like a monthly reset. This weekend was very calm, thank God. And I said, you know what? This is the perfect time for me to do this. This Sunday reset, it is a book edition, which I clean up my library, put books back because I have a tendency not to put things back. Sometimes I look up books for Lex Reads Book Club, do a little bit of research, update my reading journal, just again, getting everything reset for the week. And then also I will see, okay, what I want to read for the following week, what I'm currently reading, all of that. Then I'll go and tackle the rest of the house. The good thing is what I start doing throughout the week, I will, always clean something up. That has been helping me, throughout the week to always do a chore, you know what I mean? And I won't spend my weekends cleaning or worrying about it. Yeah, this is going to be a Sunday reset. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get going. Okay, so before I, get into the nitty gritty, I want to show you guys some things that I have gotten this past week. Y'all know, shop like nobody's business. Yesterday I went to the farmers market, the one in Flint. If you guys are ever in Michigan, if you guys ever visit Flint, which is not a lot in our town, it's not. Okay, but they're trying to make downtown Flint like a scene. If you would say it's a college, they're trying to make it like a college town because because they do have University of Michigan Flint, there. So yeah, at their farmers market, they redid it a couple years ago, and it is really nice to have like local vendors and farmers and things of that nature. But I went there, and there was a shop inside where the lady sells like vintage pieces, like old movie posters, old performance posters. She had VHSs, she had some records, just everything. So I saw these pins and I had to get them. Of course, I was looking for pins that were, Black artists. So these were $1.25 each. So I got this one, the Supremes. I got Lena Horne. I got Benny Goodman. He's not Black, he's Jewish. But when I was younger, I was obsessed with Benny Goodman. He was a clarinet player. So I got Benny Goodman. And then lastly, got Miss Tina. I like pins a lot. I actually have this one. I actually have this one I got some time ago. This is my electronic case, and I keep my Kindles and my Game Boy and some chargers. So when I'm going like out of town, I will tote this around. And I have this pen. This is my annotation kit case. I thought this was so cute. I have this Whitney Houston one. So yes, last week I went to Ollie's to see if they had some Beverly Jenkins books. Y'all know I've been obsessed, which I'm gonna show you guys in a minute. I got a little problem, but I went to Ollie's, and if you guys have ever been to Ollie's, it's like a warehouse store where they have everything. And when I say they have everything, they have everything. They have food, they have cleaning supplies, they got furniture, I mean rugs, everything. And they also have a section of books. And I've gotten some books there before. I think one time I got another copy of Great Gatsby from there for like nothing. But I went to the coffee table section of the books, and I saw this, you guys. It is Soul Train, the music, dance, and style of a generation. And this is by Questlove. And it has a forward by Gladys Knight. I got this, you guys, for $6.99. And this was originally $40. And it tells you the history of Soul Train. And the pictures, y'all got to see some of these pics. I really need to go through this because just looking at some of the pictures was, oh my goodness. So here's one. This is what Johnny Mathis. Look at Chuck Berry, Dionne Warwick, Don Cornelius. So yeah, I got this. I'm gonna look more into this probably later on today. Then what else did I get? a book. Yes, I did get a book. I went to buy one of my local bookstores that's near my job. And I needed to get another copy of Sula. This is our book club for this month of August. We're having our discussion next Sunday. And I have this copy of Sula. This is the first copy I ever read. I've read this before, it's years ago. This one has started to rip. And so I was like, you know what? This is one of my favorite books by Toni Morrison. I've read all of her fictional catalog, and I would say if you do start with a Toni Morrison book, I would start with Sula because Toni's writing brilliant. She was a brilliant mind, brilliant author. I mean, there's only one Toni Morrison, but she can tend to be kind of hard to understand. And if you miss one word, one sentence, you done. Okay, so you got to start all over again. One thing I did do when I was reading her whole fictional catalog, I would also listen to it. I would have it on audio while reading the book because again, her writing it can be so complex, and you might sometimes want to give up. If you haven't read any Toni Morrison books, I would start with Sula because it is the simplest one. You know, it's a story about two girls, you know, from childhood all the way, you know, until their adulthood, and you just see their lives. And I mean, fantastic. You're never going to forget Sula. But yeah, I needed to get another copy. So I got this copy. It has a foreword by Toni Morrison. Usually I like to read forewords and introductions after I finish the book because they tend to tell spoilers. They tend to tell about the book. And even though I have read this book before, it has been some time. It's been about 5 years. So it's like I know the gist of the story, but there's some scenes that I, you know, forgot because it's been so long. But yeah, I tend to like to read those after I'm done with the book. But I wanted to get another copy. So last week I got this amazing package, you guys, from LS Stratton. She is a mystery writer, and you guys remember the book I read, um, oh, not Your Perfect Stranger, when I kind of got into mysteries a little bit last year. Which, let me show you her two books. These are her books. So this is the first book I read. She writes mysteries really well because you think you know who did it, and it's like, yeah, no. It's not like, you know how you read a mystery and you already figured it out the first sometimes 20 to 30 pages, and it's like, okay, it's so predictable. Hers is not. So after I read this, I really wanted to get her second book, which is Do What Godmother Says. And I really want to get into this because it is talking about the Harlem Renaissance. And you know, anything during the Harlem Renaissance, I am all in. So excited. Publication, which is Union Square Company, sent me her new book, Deadly Company. I'll put the link down below. This will be out the 2nd, I believe, of September. I got the book, which this cover is so pretty. You guys know I like to read mysteries in October. Just a little quick synopsis. It says, as assistant of the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, Nicole Underwood has plenty of tasks on her to-do list, of which is the blowout birthday celebration for her nightmare 1%er boss. But when the party ends in chaos and murder, and Nicole is one of the survivors, suspicions from the investigation to the media lands on her. Was she the reason for all the bloodshed? So that sounds really, really good. And this cover is so pretty. So it came with that. She came with a personal card. Then it came with a to-do list, action item, which I am going to be using this for work. I have a pencil. And then, y'all know how much I love me some candles. I've already started burning it. It smells like sandalwood, which I love, but I've already, like I said, started burning it. It's called Nicole's Last Nerve. Oh, look, it's on fire. So neat. Lastly, speaking of resetting, I am a person that uses planners, and I'm very specific about my planners. About 4 to 5 years, I've only been using a planner called Fringe. That's the company. And I get these instead of going on the website, I go to TJ Maxx, snatch and grab, y'all, and I get my planners. Now, this is my current one, and this is only $7.99. Like to have space, and also like to have, like, you know, lines because I do write kind of sloppy. When I went to TJ Maxx, of course, I saw another one. I actually could start this one now. I think I'm gonna wait because this is from August 2025 to December 2026. I love the cover. This like faux leather and this green. Oh, that is so pretty. I just had to get it. And it was only $7.99. I said, you know what? I need to get it now because again, snatch and grab, this is not gonna be there. If you find a good planner, 9 times out of 10 you will stick to it. And I've noticed with Fringe, I have stuck to this. Again, it's been like 5 years. I've used the same planner and I do use my planner. I have to. I will put their website down below for you guys just to see. I personally don't get mine from there. I get them from TJ Maxx because they're so much cheaper. So that is it for everything I have gotten. Told you guys I'm reading the Sula. Next, I am reading Beverly Jenkins' first book. This is Night Song. So far, I really am loving it. I got to page, what, chapter 3. Her name is Kara Lee, and she is a teacher. And it looks like this guy named Chase, she has, like, was in love with him, and then he's a soldier, and he ended up leaving. And right now you're just going through like the banter of, their previous relationship. I told you guys I really wanted to read Night Song because this is her first book. And then today I started on audio, oh, what is it called? Always and Forever. And this is only about 6 hours. I'm loving it so far, you guys. I was cleaning this morning while listening to it. No, I was doing my hair this morning while listening to it. Love the cover. I love these covers now, y'all. This one is a lady named Grace. She was supposed to get married, and her fiance was like, yeah, I don't want you no more at the wedding, right? So she got to tell the people, the guests, like, yeah, I'm not getting married. She is a working woman. She owns a bank because her father was a banker. He passed and he gave her, the bank. So of course, there's men don't really like the fact that she, works and the fact that she owns a bank. But she has gotten word from her cousin that, the Great Exodus, where a lot of the blacks, um, like after the Civil War and after emancipation, a lot of them they end up moving to Kansas, called it the Great Migration. And so there's some men now, they're done with the war, they want to settle down, they want to get married. And so her cousin's like, can you orchestrate basically some women to be like mail order brides, basically? And she's like, yeah, I can. So she needs help going from where she is to Kansas. In comes a guy named Jackson, and yeah, end up in his bed accidentally. Girl, it's a whole situation, but it is so good. The narrating also is really good. But y'all, let me show you my collection. Now, this is a crying shame. This so far is my collection of Beverly Jenkins. And also I have 3. So you guys know I started off with the Destiny series, just finished the last book this month, loved it. And I only had 3 books of hers. Uh what? In July, yeah, last month. I only had 3 books, which was those. Then I ended up with all these. And I'm still not done, right? The thing that gets me about these are, these books are so cheap. They're like $8.99. And I went to a used bookstore to see if they had one, and they did have Forbidden, I think, or whatever, and it was only $4. I have learned now to tolerate mass market paperbacks because I only can read hers in mass market paperbacks. I told you guys I don't really like the feel of it in my hands, but I've gotten used to it now. It's still not my favorite edition. But in order to read hers, I have to, have these. Currently have an obsession. Y'all know I get on kicks and stuff. And I've been getting a lot of these from Amazon, and then also thriftbooks.com, because it's hard to find her books in store, which is sad. So yeah, I always have to go online, but this is my obsession right now of this author. And on my Kindle, I started Real by Kennedy Ryan. This is actually one of my books from my TBR. I set a very small TBR this year because I did not want to get overwhelmed. So I literally only have this book and 2 other books on my TBR, and I'll be done. So I wanted to start this. So far, like it, already started with a bang. Like I said, I am reading it on Kindle. I want to have, like both options. So if I do want to read at work, which is rare, but still, if I do want to read, I have my Kindle and I can easily do that. And if I want to, maybe tab some parts or whatever, I also have the physical book. I wanted to get this regardless because I love the cover and it was a re-edition. of this book. Yeah, that is all that I am reading. I don't want to overwhelm myself. Now, let's get into the reset. I wanted to make some bookmarks because I wanted to finally put some more in here. This section, y'all know, is my romance section slash urban fiction. And when I redid this section, I told you guys I wanted to put like, I wanted to buy this hand. I got this from Burlington, and I wanted to put some bookmarks in here, but I wanted them to kind of be like, romance theme or girlfriend type of thing. Printed out some, which I had a hard time trying to find, like black love story movies. There's not a lot. Love Jones came up, The Photograph came up, Brown Sugar came up, and Sylvia's Love came up. They had some other ones that was not love stories. Like they had Baby Boy. I'm like, Baby Boy ain't no love story. All the stuff that Jody My Jody did to Yvette and she tolerated it. It was something else that I'm like, this ain't no love story. What is y'all talking about? I printed out these, and then also I have a living single one because I was like, you know what, that's like black friendship. That was another thing too. I looked up black friendship like movies or TV shows, and it was very, very sparse. You guys know I like to laminate my bookmarks. So I'll put down the laminating machine I use and the laminating pouches. I like to get these from Walmart. They're very, very cheap, and you get 50 pouches. Here's the laminating machine. So I'm gonna have to do the brown sugar one and the living single because it came out crooked, and yeah, I don't like that. But I got 3 down, so that's good. Here, so here are the 3. Let's put that right here. So when I pick out a book, I can just grab one of my bookmarks. Next, I need to update my Goodreads since I did add another book. I added what? The Beverly Jenkins book. I haven't put that in there. Okay, yeah. Oh, I also am reading that Saving Savannah. That's on my Kobold. That's a YA book set in the 1900s. So I do have that on deck. I currently am, my goal for this year was 50 books, like last year, and I am on book 38. And this year, this whole year, have not been behind. You know how like on Goodreads they have like the challenge that you make and it'll say like, you're 5 books ahead or you're, 4 books behind. This whole year, you guys, I've always been ahead. So right now it says I'm 6 books ahead of schedule. I really do like when it comes to Goodreads, I like the fact that you can, create those reading challenges. I really just use my Goodreads just to document like the books that I read. A lot of times when I finish the books, I don't do like a review on it. I just give a star rating and that's it. And another thing I like about Goodreads is like when I'm at a bookstore, um, when I can't remember like what book I want, or if I'm just browsing, a lot of times I will, take my Goodreads out to see, what books I want to read. So I'm going to add, um, what was this book called? Always and Forever. Wait, I'm currently reading. Done. All right, so that is done. That's another thing I want to talk to you guys about. I didn't show you guys. I redid my website back this in January. I'll put it down below. I think it's always down below. I'm loving it so far. So I have, the about page, I have the recommendations. If you guys click on the recommendations, you can, obviously read the synopsis I wrote. And then if you want to buy the book, you can easily buy it. It's always updated of which book we're reading for this month. So obviously this month I told you guys we're reading Sula, and you can easily join the book club. You just hit join book club. You fill out a questionnaire and it shoots me email, and you will get all the information for the book club. We meet once a month, on Sundays for an hour on Zoom and have really good discussions. We only read black literature. So yes, I really do like my website. You guys check it out. I got book reviews, I got the recommendations. Also, I updated my Pinterest, which I forgot. I really love Pinterest. Put that down below, and you guys can see like the boards that I have saved. um, Recently, I've been looking at these celebrity favorite books I've pinned. I really like these because I like to see like what celebrities like, what books they like. But what's Kerry Washington's? Let's see. Carrie be deep. She has The Artist's Way by Julian Cameron. Oh, that's also recommended by J. Cole. Oh, I love J. Cole. He's one of my favorite rappers. I think he's so underrated. Let's see. Kendrick by Octavia Butler. I've never read Kendrick. I've only read Parable of the Sawyer by her, and I had to read that. It was required reading for a African American studies class I took in college. Let's see. She has The Year of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion. I've never read any Joan Didion. The Vagina Monologues. Never read that. Huh. So that's one pen that I really have been liking. So yeah, guys, that is basically it for my Sunday reset, my, book edition. Everything is intact now. Website's already updated. I added my current reads on Goodreads. You guys what I'm currently reading, what I'm going to be reading for, the rest of this week. So yeah, for the rest of the day, I'm going to just do like some house stuff, and I do want to get obviously some reading done. I already know I'm going to watch some TV. Now I'm doing meal prep. I'm doing my dinner. I'm going to have me some salmon. And then I'm going to do some salads, next week. That's really quick and easy. So I'm preparing so I'm baking my chicken now. I'm about to do me a load of laundry. We just go chill out the rest of this Sunday because we got to go back to the workhouse. I always like to do things on Sunday that I enjoy. You guys know we got to get ready for the work week, and that can already be stressful. Like the Sunday scaries, I don't have that, and that's because I try to do things that I really do enjoy. My reading. You guys know I love a good movie or TV show, especially movie. Yeah, that is it. I am rambling again. I just want to show you guys my reset, and that's all I have for you guys. So I'll be back with more Black Books.